Hey, this is Paul, and today we're going to review an unreleased hybrid I named Monstrosity. And believe it or not, I actually already removed it from the collection. I did that yesterday, and I'll show you why. So this plant, the fruit's weighing in at about a ½ pound. That was the largest fruit I had. I expect it would have been bigger if I kept the plant around, but its parent plant, my favorite plant, one of my favorites to eat, Paul's Laverne Pink is one of them, and the other is Tricia. So I crossed Paul's Laverne Pink with Tricia, and we got this Monstrosity. Now Tricia's fruit kind of looks like this Broxensis a little bit. So mixing these two, poof, we got this. And at first I was really excited. The plant did really well in the sun. It was vigorous. And then if you look at the flesh, it's even pretty. Little seedy, unique shape, and a nice, pretty dark magenta. And it's been consistent. I've eaten several of them. I think the plant put on, I want to say about a dozen, maybe a little more fruit. And they've all been around a ½ pound. So the size is a little small. Possibly they get bigger. But the problem with this plant is that it's the texture. And so, one, it's not as juicy as you can see as other varieties. And it was still sweet. I mean, we'll check the bricks here. There we go, I just zeroed it. Get rid of the water. And the highest I think I got in the 17s, I want to say, maybe a little higher. But it doesn't matter because it's the texture for me. So let's give it a formal review here and see why it was exterminated. So I have had slightly sweeter fruit, but it doesn't matter. I mean, even if it was in the 20s, it's still, I wouldn't keep this thing. So the problem with it, it's mushy. That's what I call it. Some people say creamy. Ugh. Mush. I mean, I'm spitting it out. Oh. So I can't even eat a whole fruit. And why would I want somebody else to grow this and have something this subpar? So, I mean, I could try every fruit here, but it's always just super mushy. Almost tastes like an overripe fruit. And it's just sweet. Kind of like sweet candied beets, I would say. No earthiness, though. Not earthy, don't get me wrong. It's just the texture. So some people maybe really like this texture, but to me, like, I don't even want to eat this. It's like, I don't know, it's a texture thing. And there's no acidity. So it's really flat. It's like a sweet, kind of flat, bland candied beet. So there's no excuse. I'm not going to keep this plant. I'm not going to promote this plant. I actually just cut and removed this plant yesterday, and I'm really glad I did. But here is a one-of-a-kind, unreleased dragon fruit variety that, it's like torture to swallow, and it's all about the texture. It's super mushy. Maybe some people say smooth, but it's like granular. So I do not like that in my dragon fruit varieties. I wonder, it's probably the Ocamponus trait, the Tricia trait, but not all Ocamponus traits have this mushiness. So it's really, I find it really interesting because Edgar crossed Tricia with a Highland Cereus undatus, and that fruit's delicious. It's sweeter, it's got a better texture, it's more firm, not mushy. And another one that I enjoy would have to be Yala X. Leo crossed his Yala with an undatus. So I just thought that using Paul's Laverne Pink would be an undatus hybrid, right? And it would make this fruit better, but it actually made it worse. So there you go. I am going to toss these in the trash right now. I am never going to eat another Monstrosity, and hopefully you can understand why I don't like it. So mushy texture, flat flavors, low acidity. It's got some sweetness, but it's just flat. It's not dynamic, and we can grow much better things. So I actually am going to remove its sister seedling as well, and I have 2 other seedlings from the cross that I've never talked about. So they actually are getting quite big, but I'm going to remove all of them because I don't even want to mess with this DNA. And if there is a winner, I don't care. I want to hybridize things without Ocamponus. Personally, I'm never going to use another Ocamponus in my hybrids. So there you go. Hope that helps. Give us a like and a subscribe. And there is the beginning, middle, and end of our plant Monstrosity. Beautiful plant, beautiful flower. As you can see, here's the flower and the plant material. But man, it's a bad fruit. All right, thanks for watching. Have a great day.